West, love the 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 West.
What up, peeps? This is Get With Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. About to give you another episode 77, the double sevens of the 2 cents deposit on sports, the place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time for watching the show. While you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button to the channel so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here on Get With It Sports 2 on our YouTube channel. Everything good, bruh?
Morning, everybody.
All right. First off, we was off for a couple of weeks enjoying the holidays. We want to hope you guys enjoyed the same. Whatever, Christmas, Hanukkah, however you want to do it. New Year's. We got New Year's, expecting things. But right now, we're going to jump into the NFL. It's going to be all NFL. We're going to talk about Black Monday, and then we're going to give you our picks for the beginning of the playoff weekend, which is the wild card. All right, bro. Monday, two was jumped off earlier this season with Cleveland Browns firing Hugh Jackson after, I think it was 7 games. Mm-hmm. And then Mike McCarthy was fired by the Green Bay Packers earlier this season. But Black Monday came around. Jets fired Todd Bowles, been there 4 years. Tampa Bay Buccaneers fired Dirk Cutter, been at Tampa Bay for 3 years. My beloved Denver Broncos finished 6-10. Didn't make the playoffs for the second year in a row, of course. Heads got a roll. It happened to be Vance Joseph, only been there for 2 years. Miami Dolphins decided to fire Adam Gase, who was been there for 3 years. They finished 7-9 record. Cincinnati Bengals finally fired Marvin Lewis. Been there for 16 years. Only been to the playoffs once. Have not won a playoff game in his tenure. And last but not least, Arizona Cardinals fired Steve Wilkes after 1 year. So let's go ahead and jump on this real quick, the last one. Last night on Team Boy TV, shouts out to JB, Big Q, Team Boy TV Live. We had a little argument. And first, let me put this out there because I play devil's advocate. I believe a head coach should have 3 years. I say on this show all the time, a head coach should have 3 years to implement their system with the team. Steve Wilkes got fired after 1 year. I was telling him last night, even though I believe in a 3 year period, sometimes you could just tell. You look at your team, look at the coach, like, this ain't gonna work. Let's go ahead and scrap it now instead of going through the trials and tribulation of trying to work with this coach for another 2 more years. And I guess the reason why I said what I said is because just here in Chicago, after they fired Lovie Smith, we dealt with Mark Trestman, John Fox.
Right.
That's damn near, I don't know, I forgot how many years that was. 6-7 years we dealt with them?
10 years.
10 years?
10 years since the Bears lost in the playoffs.
All right. So we've been conditioned to just losing all these years, and now we get a breath of fresh air with Matt Nagy, and things fell into place. We got Khalil Mack and all stuff. I understand all that. But sometimes, if I'm in Arizona, I was trying to explain it. If I'm in Arizona and I finish, 3-13, I look over here to the West Coast, and seeing the LA Rams pick up Sean McVay, first year, he turned that team around. I look over here to the north, I see the Chicago Bears. We was in the bottom of the NFC North. We pick up Matt Nagy. He changed the culture. Now we in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, I want one of these. The NFL is a copycat league. I want one of these new toys. Right. I'm looking at Steve Wilkes, and I'll tell, if you ever seen Steve Wilkes on the sideline, he never looked happy. He knew it was like overwhelming. It was too much for him to handle. So if I'm looking at the side, I understand the team is old, they had injuries and all that stuff. You're trying to pick up after Bruce Arians, who I think was a hell of a coach. You come up here, it was too much for him to handle. Why not cut our losses right here? So once again, Brandon, I'm just letting you know, I do agree. A coach should have a 3-year tenure to get his system implemented. But if you see what you see, why go through it? Go ahead, cut your losses, and let's start over. What you think?
I agree. I agree with all that. Yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, like you said, he's seeing the huge turnarounds real quick. You know, and you got the coaching prospects out there that's more advantageous to what you're trying to do. You know,
Right.
So that's a big thing too. Hey, I got to cut ties with you in order to have a shot at one or two of these guys. Now, Steve Wilkes, I don't even remember him. You know,
I think he was the defensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that till you got hired for the Arizona job.
Well, they miss him. Trust me.
Right.
Maybe they get that one back. You
Right.
know, but yeah. So that's more so the whole reason. I mean, because even with Cleveland firing Hugh Jackson or whatever, you know, they see something else out there. You know, I got to cut ties with so and so in order to have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
At whomever, you know. So yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Browns firing who? Okay. I never thought Hugh Jackson was a fit for that anyway. I don't know if I
said that. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say he ain't built for a coaching job, but he been picking some. Oakland Raiders treated him wrong, but you know, if you got to pick of the litter, I don't think the Browns at that time, with that front office being in dismay, was the pick that you want. You ain't that desperate. You know what I'm saying? You just stick it with your coordinator job and go with it, and wait for another opportunity to open up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Packers. All right, let me put you like this before I move on. With the jobs out there, Cleveland Browns,
Okay.
Green Bay Packers, New York Jets, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Denver Broncos, Miami Dolphins, Cincinnati Bengals, Arizona Cardinals. Which job you think is the ideal job to be a head coach?
Well, right now you got to go say the Packers because of Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, I get with that.
You got to go. I mean, you already got the captain of the ship,
right?
Now you just got to,
fix the defense.
Fix the defense and tell them, hey, what you want done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know so much is just fixing the defense.
Mm.
I think Aaron Rodgers got bored with Mike McCarthy's offense. When he's seeing, what New Orleans is now doing, what Kansas City is doing, what the Rams is now doing, what Chicago in his own division is now doing. And, the Packers offense is just got vanilla to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he felt like, especially after he going to be there and sign this huge contract or whatever, he want to see something different,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, usually a team's going to be dominant on one side of the ball and okay on the other side of the ball.
Right.
I think their defense is okay, but I think he'd rather have a dominant offense and an okay defense than vice versa.
Okay. All right. So you say the Packers job is the ideal spot.
Right. Well, I would think so, but right now, I think the Browns job. I think that Cleveland job might be advantageous too.
Okay.
They're my two right there. They're my two.
Okay.
That's really from last to first ready.
Okay. Gotcha. I kind of like woke up when you said the Browns. Like the Browns is that job they have. You basically got your quarterback, even though he's a rookie. He got that swag about him. He ain't scared. He'll sling it. They got the weapons. both on offense and defense. So I kind of get you there with you. Packers, I don't know. You got, like you said, you got Aaron Rodgers, but you basically start from scratch because they got rid of all his weapons. That's the reason why he was so frustrated. And the defense is old and decrepit. To me, there's still a lot to work with. My ideal team is the Cincinnati Bengals. Even though Marvin Lewis didn't take them to the playoffs, they was always equipped and they was always in the run toward the end of the year. You got to.
I don't trust the quarterback.
Okay, I got that, but you still have a lot of weapons to work with. AC Green, the defense legit, nice run game with Joe Mixon. You kind of get what I'm saying? So all that stuff is legit. And in that division, the Pittsburgh Steelers dysfunctional. We'll talk about that in a quick second too. There's a lot of stuff going on. Even though they're a legit team, they got a lot of stuff they got to work with internally. Browns are up and coming, so you still in the running to win that division. You got the Ravens. I got that. You could split with them in the division. You could split with the Steelers. Browns up and coming, but you still got time. So I believe, to me, Cincinnati Bengals is the most ideal job to have. The Broncos, we still got to find a quarterback. Until John Elway do his job, and like I've always said, if we keep on continuing having a losing season the next 2 years, I'm looking at John Elway sideways. Because like I always said, I can't understand why you're a Hall of Fame quarterback that won 2 Super Bowls, been in many Super Bowls, I think damn near 5 if I'm mistaken, you can't pick a quarterback.
You can't pick a quarterback.
Got a problem with that. So is there any coach that you were shocked that got fired? You got Hugh Jackson, Mike McCarthy, Todd Bowles, Dirk Cutter, Vance Joseph, Adam Gase, Marvin Lewis, Steve Wilkes.
I didn't see Adam Gase getting fired.
Me too. I was shocked.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think they're a couple pieces away, from competing in that division with New England.
See, I think that was his downfall. You could never, just like Lovey's downfall was they couldn't beat Green Bay. I think his downfall he couldn't beat the Patriots. But the Patriots are the Patriots.
Can't nobody beat them.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had a 7-9 record. I think last year they was 6-10, and the year before that, the first year he was there, they was 10-6. So it ain't like he trying to adjust you in there with the Patriots.
I mean, they haven't been splitting with the Patriots because the Patriots don't win in Miami.
True. They didn't win this year, if I'm mistaken, right?
Right. They lost this year in Miami. So they haven't actually splitting with them.
Right.
But it just didn't work. I guess it did. Well, evidently it didn't work out. But I think it was more so of personnel wise than coaching.
Right.
Not giving him the people.
Right. Right. Because they got rid of who's that? I can't remember that. Landry. They put Landry over in not Cincinnati, Cleveland. I agree with you. Adam Gase is the one I was shocked. Like, yo, really? I like Adam Gase. Now, Adam Gase was the Denver Broncos offensive coordinator.
Right.
I would not mind as a Denver Bronco fan. I would mind Adam Gase. They already new coach. Chuck Pagano was interviewed yesterday, which is Wednesday, for the job. I wouldn't mind Todd Bowles. So those and tell you the truth, and I know his name is out there, hometown Bears, Vic Fangio. Think he's gonna get a head coaching job next year. I wouldn't mind him.
I hope not.
I already heard that. Let me see who been after him. I think it was the Browns and Dolphins. I know. Yeah, I think it was Cleveland and Miami already trying to get in touch with the Bears organization to check it out. I hope not either, but when you get
for selfish reasons,
right, right.
But they got good assistant coaches in Chicago now, so maybe they can still run the same type of program.
Right.
But the thing about it is, when you get a new coach doing anything, whether it's a coordinator or head coach or whatever, even if it's working, they always want to add their own wrinkle, to it or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a strong proponent of if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
Right.
But somebody always trying to,
I could do better than him.
I can, yeah. We could be number one instead of just number one. Right.
Right. All right, man. So, okay, that's Black Monday. Let me ask you this about Pittsburgh Steelers. This drama that just keep going, this reality show that's going. Recently, as of last Wednesday, Steelers had practice. Excuse me. Ben Roethlisberger was practicing the offense. I guess he threw he threw at what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Antonio Brown, a pass. He wanted to run it again. Antonio Brown took it the wrong way. I'm just gonna say he took it the wrong way because he's thinking that Ben Roethlisberger is trying to show off and degrade him. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they run it again, as if to say, you didn't do it right, let's do it again. So Antonio Brown said, man, forget this, walked off the field, got dressed, and went home. This was Wednesday. On Saturday, he didn't talk to anybody. You had the coach calling him, he had Ben calling him. They said even the Rooneys tried to call him. He ain't pick up the phone. Now, before I move on, I'm gonna say like this. If I'm the owner and I call your ass, I don't give a damn what you doing. You pick up that phone. But he didn't pick up the phone. Come Saturday, he didn't go to practice. Come Sunday, he come to the game. Tomlin like, nah, dude, you inactive. You ain't playing. Now,
I agree with that.
I have no problem with that. Now, the rumors are that he wants to trade. He's saying it's just a rumor. He don't want to trade, but you're not making yourself look good. So my thing is, I guess the poll is, whose side are you on, Ben Roethlisberger or Antonio Brown? Now, I'm just going to put it out there. Antonio Brown might have a case because he's saying that it seems like Mike Tomlin is kissing Big Ben's ass, and he ain't down for that. That might be the case. But you don't act like you acting. He's acting the prima donna to the nth degree. You do your job. I'll pay you to do your job. You do your job, and we deal with this stuff in the off season. You know what I'm saying? So Antonio Brown might have a point, but you don't do it this way. So I'm with Big Ben. I'm with Mike Tomlin. Because you making Mike Tomlin look bad. You're already dealing with the Le'Veon Bell situation. You get mad. To me, I'm just gonna put it out there. Antonio Brown is pouting because he's not considered the number one wide receiver no more. As Juju Smith-Schuster, he's not getting many touches as he think he has before. Now I think they put up the stats. They're basically the same. Juju Smith-Schuster and Antonio Brown. Dude, you can't get all the passes, man. You trying to win. You trying to play as a team. You being that prima donna.
You want somebody you're equal on the other side of that field.
Right. So right now I'm with the team. I'm with Tomlin. I'm with Big Ben. Antonio Brown. Now I'm not going to trade Antonio Brown. You just going to have to work with what we got until you get to the point where you probably like Le'Veon. You're going to have to sit out in order for me to trade you or whatever. You just got an extension. If I'm mistaken, he's the second highest paid wide receiver.
Yeah.
What the hell you crying about? All right, man. Give me your 2 cents, bro.
You just got a 3 year, $72 extension.
Yeah.
If that was the case or whatever, I mean, and you pouting now. I mean, you're a fucking professional athlete, multi-millionaire, whatever. I mean, you don't. You go home, you walk off practice, and okay. Yeah, if you so heated that day, I get it that first day. Look, I got to get out of here before I say or do something that's going to make things a lot worse. I take the fine for the day or whatever. blah, blah, blah. Okay. Tomorrow you show up to work ready to go. You know, that's as simple as that. You have your meeting or you talk to your coach or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, but you can't not. I mean, yeah, you ain't playing. I ain't heard from you in 3 days. Motherfucker, I don't know what you was doing. You know I was calling. You know you supposed to be here. Motherfucker, you got paid.
Boom.
You still getting paid. So, no, no, you're not playing. You know, and now I think that was a strong stance from Mike Tomlin, knowing that it was a win to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And your best player, you told him he wasn't playing. You know, so I don't know what I don't know if Tomlin, you know, so-called kissing Roethlisberger's ass or how that's going. I can't really see that how long they've been there together or whatever. Why all of a sudden he gonna do it now? You know, start doing it now, right. Or whatever. So it's like you said, it's a lot of things going on internally with that team, and that was the ultimate demise of this season. Really, mm-hmm. You know. That's what did them in. You know, when you got the whole freaking stadium watching another team or the host to get in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So, you know, Big Ben, you know, he had, you know, earlier in the season when he threw his teammates under the bus or whatever, talking about he did that because he was a leader or whatever. All right, you so much of a leader, fix this.
Right.
You know, it's broke. Your shit's broke.
Right.
Get your tape or whatever you got to do. And you got to fix it. You know, if you the so-called leader you proclaim to be, you know, a few weeks ago, a month ago, or whatever, when all this other crap had happened. Mm-hmm. So, you know, they got some work to do. I wouldn't trade him. You know, mm-hmm. I think he got a couple years left on his contract, and so I wouldn't trade him. And he got to embrace the other guy, Schuster, you know, coming on as a wide receiver. You can't. You play into defense's hands. Defenses are smart. They're not going to if you can catch 100 passes again, which you probably did. I think he still caught 100 passes this year. Right. But defense not going to let you beat them by yourself. Not anymore. Right. You know? So It just opens it up, you know, for the offense, you know, when you got somebody else to rely on. Then what if you get hurt? Now, we ain't got nobody now anyway.
Right.
You know, so. Right. Yeah, it's a mess.
I'm with you. Yeah, they're gonna have to fix this because honestly, before the season started, I had them going to the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna say winning, but they had the potential, they had the team to do it before the Le'Veon Bell situation tailspin to where it is right now. But I agree with you. Number one, no need to fire Mike Tomlin. He doing what he's supposed to be doing. I think the team in general kind of like messing him up, mucking up his brand or his status as a head coach. But I think the Steelers organization, they've only had 3 coaches since the 1960s. They're gonna keep on doing what they're doing. I think the Rooney family is a legit family in this football era. So keep doing what you're doing. You just gotta harness in Antonio Brown. I'm not saying make him into a robot. Let him be what he is, because that's why he's doing what he's doing. But you got to harness it in and keep it under control. Basically, what I'm saying.
Right.
All right, bro. Let's go get on to these playoff picks that we have here. First off, in the AFC, Kansas City Chiefs had the best record, 12-4. So they had hit them in the 11-5. New England Patriots got a first-round bye. In the NFC, both the New Orleans Saints and Los Angeles Rams have a 13-3 record. Saints beat the Rams, so they're number 1, Rams number 2. Both of them have a first-round bye. Let's jump into the AFC wild card. First off, we got the number 6 Indianapolis Colts going up to NRG Stadium to play the number 3 Houston Texans. I'm going to go ahead and go first on this one. I am not shocked that the Indianapolis Colts turned everything around from the last couple of years. I think Frank Reich is a legit coach. I didn't expect this from him. I think it was a good pickup since Josh McDaniels didn't want to be there. Mm-hmm. Frank Reich was a good pickup. Andrew Luck, he looks healthy because when he got time in the pocket, which he has now since they upgraded their offensive line, he been surgically destroying other teams, other defenses. T.Y. Hilton, he ain't the number one, number two wide receiver, but he in the top 5. Put it out there because he's doing the damn thing. Got a good defense, solid defense with Leonard leading the way, the rookie. Will I say he rookie year? He in the running for rookie of the year. The linebacker, defensive linebacker. They got Marion Mack, running back. So Indianapolis Colts deserve the 10-6 record that they have. That being said, Texans, Deshaun Watson, if he stopped holding the ball so long, get all these sacks. I think he was topping sacks. I think it was 70-something, if I'm mistaken. That's a lot of sacks for a quarterback.
Like 70 plus times?
Yeah. I'm going to look it up. Yeah, it's up there. But they got a nice run game with Lamar Miller. They got a more legit team, full defense and offense, have an entire team that's top notch. I know they got a lot of injury. DeAndre Hopkins. I think he had ankle problems. Defensively, J.J. Watt, I think he had elbow, but he gonna play. Jadeveon Clowney, Whitney Merciless was the other one, and Tyrann Mathieu in the backfield. Legit team. This is all I gotta say. Indianapolis Colts. This is funny how in the playoffs you playing your rival, division rival, in the first round. Indianapolis could win this game. It's going to be a close game, but this is all I got to say. The last matchup between the Houston Texans and Indianapolis Colts, Texas should have won, but it was the last play. I think the cadence, Andrew Luck messed up the cadence. Changed the cadence, and Clowney was offside, went offsides. He beat himself up on the field because of what he did, because they could have won the game. They could have held him off, got the ball back. I think it was like 4th and 12. Could have got the ball back with time left on the clock to do their thing, but he went offsides on the last play of the game. He's thinking about that. The whole defense thinking about that. They're going to come back and win this game at home. So I'm going to give the edge to the Houston Texans by about 7 points over the Indianapolis Colts. What you got, bro?
Yeah, them all great facts or whatever. Basically, you got these teams are even.
Yeah.
Even. You know, Hopkins don't drop shit. You know, he got 0 drops this year. 11 touchdowns, over 1,500 yards. So he gold right there. Hilton saying he don't drop many. He had he had 3 drops or whatever. So then you got, I think this is the difference here. You got Luck against Watson. That's going to be the difference right there. Both quarterbacks has thrown for over 4,000 yards. But like you say, Watson tend to hold on to the ball a little bit more. Offensively, I think I would give the Colts the edge, you know, and I would give Houston the edge defensively. But it's just crazy how right now I'm just really shocked that Watson's playing. You know, he's usually out there by now. So maybe he may be the difference. I don't know. But with all that being said or whatever, I'm gonna go with the Colts.
I knew you was gonna do that.
I'm gonna go with the Colts in this one. I think they're gonna and it'll be an upset. I think Houston's favorite, but I'm gonna take the Colts in this one.
Okay, here's the stat that you was looking for. Watson was sacked 62 times.
Okay.
Guess how many times Luck was sacked?
About 10, if that.
Look at y'all, man. 18.
18, okay.
Yeah, so that's a drastic difference from the past.
Yeah, that's that offensive line.
Yeah, exactly.
And getting rid of the ball quicker.
I think they the team. They got the center or the offensive lineman from Notre Dame that everybody was chasing for. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they got him. So yeah, it's cool. All right, man. Next up, we got the number 5 Los Angeles Chargers going up to M&T Bank Stadium to play the number 4 Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
This one here, whew, it's all the numbers say go with Baltimore, except my numbers. Yeah. I think the best thing happened to the Chargers was they just saw Baltimore a few weeks ago.
Yep.
That's the best thing that happened to the Chargers. So they kind of got a gauge on how it's coming, where it's coming from, and what works and what doesn't work. Personally, this ain't no film they've seen from other teams or nobody else. This is what they've done, you know. So I think that's a huge advantage right now. All the numbers say, you know, that Baltimore win this game, especially defensively, because they ranked either 1 or 2 in everything defensively. But I like the fact Chargers got back Melvin Gordon. They got the veteran quarterback. They got the wide receivers to go along with it. I know Jackson, they were 6-1, 7-1 since he's been back. I mean, since he's been behind under center or whatever. But he's not going to beat you down the field. He's just not. He can make a throw or 2 down there. They've let him, you know, make a throw or 2 down there. But he's not going to beat you down there. He's going to beat you by moving the chains. That's the whole thing with that. So I know they're going to have some type of spy or something for him, whatever. Will that work? I don't know, because he's a quarterback with wide receiver speed.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the difference. I'm gonna take the Chargers in this one because of the simple fact they just saw Baltimore, and I like them as a whole unit against, you know, Baltimore, rather than just, you know, not seeing them and, you know, hoping that they can run the ball. Or, and don't get me wrong, they gave Phillip Rivers fits, you know, in that game, but it still was a fourth quarter game with a possession or 2 to decide who win the game.
Right.
So I'm taking the Chargers.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm with you, man. I think it's going to be a good game. I am impressed with what I see with the Baltimore Ravens. I thought they was old and decrepit, but that defense is legit. Weddle, Suggs, they still got it in them. Weddle, Eric Weddle, which we know just came from San Diego, when they was in San Diego, came from the Chargers, went to Baltimore, got it signed with a new contract. It seemed like he got a new lease on life. He's jamming over there. I agree with everything you said with Lamar Jackson. He was the X factor at the time, the last time that they played. But now you got tape on him. You know how he play. They're gonna adjust and make him. Hopefully, they keep him in the pocket, and they're gonna look at him and say, "You're gonna have to win this on your arm, not on your legs."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They can do something he don't want to do.
Right. Exactly.
Or not prepared to do. I'm not saying he don't want to throw the football, but he's not.
But if you notice, he don't throw long passes. He always throw to the tight end.
Throw to the tight end, right? He throws the seam routes. You know, he hasn't shown that he can throw the quick outs or the bombs down the field. You know, the stretch. So it's gonna be interesting.
I agree, and I agree with you. The Chargers are a more complete team, both on offense and defense. And like I said last night on Team Board TV, the Chargers are 12-4. If it wasn't for the Kansas City Chiefs, they would have a first round bye.
Yeah,
that team, instead of being that first round bye, they dropped down all the way to number 5.
Right, that's crazy, ain't it? With a 12-4 record.
Right, you know what I'm saying. So you got to put that in consideration.
Wild card team too.
Exactly. So you got to put that in consideration with where we at right now. Even though it's in M&T Bank Stadium, I believe, like me and you both think, Phillip Rivers know this window's closing. This is the most complete team he had since he been over there, I think.
Yeah.
So he gonna take advantage of it. He got all his weapons are healthy, which is a rare thing, because usually Keenan Allen is out on injury by this time, but he's there. Melvin Gordon, he's a little better, got the ankle wrapped up and ready to go. Defensively, Joey Bosa there, he's healthy. Melvin Ingram, They got a lot of stuff going for them. So it's gonna be this one. This might be the game of the week or the game of the first round of the playoffs. But I'm gonna give the edge to the Chargers. Now I'm gonna tell you. Let me ask you what you think about this. JB from Team Board TV, who is a Baltimore Ravens fan, threw this out here last night. He said if the Chargers go out to a big lead, 2 to 3 possession lead, he believed that they're going to bench Lamar Jackson and bring in Joe Flacco. He called him January Joe. He said January Joe will be in the building to win it. What you think about that? If that, I can see it happen.
I can see it happen. I don't think it will.
Okay.
I don't think it will because what's that's telling you about your quarterback? I mean, you've already said, hey, because Flacco been ready to go. You know, so you already said this is your future right here. This is our future. We're gonna ride or die with you as long as you're able to walk. You know,
right.
So Flacco, to me, Flacco's career is over in Baltimore. You know, he's there for support. He's there as a backup right now. You know, so they're gonna win or lose with Jackson. I don't think, if they get down by 2 touchdowns or whatever, he has to find a way to bring them back. He has to find a way to bring them back. I don't think they're gonna go to Flacco.
Good point.
You know, they fake an injury or he actually get hurt.
Right.
You know, we definitely know Flacco. He's got the deep ball. You know, he got one of the better ones in the league. You know, which, you know, but no, I don't. You sending the wrong message if you do that.
Good point. I didn't even think about that. All right, cool. All right, bro. Let's go on the AFC side. We got the number 6 Philadelphia Eagles coming here to Soldier Field to play the number 3 Chicago Bears. Give me your 2 cents.
Hey, I think you got the defending champions who's glad to be in there, who's fortunate to be in there. A month ago, I didn't see him in there, you know. But
Eagle, wait, Philadelphia, you're welcome.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know, so it's you know, everybody's telling it was Nick Foles' time, blah blah blah. You know what? People forget. And although Nick Foles has been playing good the last month, you know, 4 games, whatever. He started when he played earlier this year too, didn't he?
First couple of games.
First couple games. Yeah, first few games, and he sucked ass. You know, so I mean, he can be had, and you know his record this season. You know, he did 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He can be had. They got weapons over there. You know, Alshon Jeffrey. They can run the football. I just don't think they'll be able to do it against this defense. You know, this Nick Foles and crew, they finna see some things they ain't seen, you know, from any other NFC team this season. You know, he one thing they got behind them is experience. They just defending Super Bowl champions. So hey, you got to knock out the champions. You can't play with them or whatever because they do know how to win. On the Bears side, they got a few guys with experience, you know, playoff experience, Super Bowl experience. The key guys don't have that experience. You know, you got Khalil Mack on the defense side, never been to the playoffs, you know. So, you know, he's up and ready. You got the second-year quarterback, you know, never been to the playoffs. You know, the running backs, never been to the playoffs. But they do have a coach that's been to the playoff and has failed in the playoff, you know. So it's not going to be overwhelming to him. But I don't think this Bears team, we've been watching them all year. I don't think they get overwhelmed, you know, from the big game or whatever. They go out there and they just play, you know. They, especially on the defensive side of the ball, they they impose their will, you know, on opponents, you know. So I think it's the same thing with Philly. I think it's gonna be a close game early, but I think they're gonna force Nick Foles into. I mean, you're going against the number 1 scoring defense in the league. When they get it, they know what to do with it. Right. So I think they're gonna force him into doing some things that he don't want to do Sunday. So I like Chicago in this first game.
Okay, cool. you saying that the Bears have the #1 scoring defense. I heard a stat that blew my mind coming home from work this morning. They said that the Bears defense scored 100 points.
Hey.
Season. And the second leading scorer was the Minnesota Vikings at 49.
Yeah, see, yeah.
That is crazy to me, man.
Them pick sixes, when they get it,
they know, like you said, they know what to do with it.
Know what to do with it, right? They ain't going down.
Exactly. So, like you said, my 2 cents, Philadelphia, congratulations. You came from the depths of hell, scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. You needed us to beat the Vikings in order to make it there, and that's why I said you're welcome. Now you're about to get your ass kicked. Expect it. Eagles, I ain't shortchanging them. They got a good head coach in Peterson, Doug Peterson. He liked to mix it up and pull out tricks out his bag. And like I said last night, Peterson know how to pull tricks out his bag, but so does Matt Nagy.
Right.
Matt Nagy, the head coach for the Bears, changed the whole culture of the team to a positive. You never see him throw anybody under the bus. If there's any mistakes, he take the blame for it. I like that in him. I see good things with the team. And with saying this about Pace, I wanted him. I told, like we said the last couple of years, if we keep on having these losing seasons, Pace, the general manager, going to have to lose his job, but he's doing the damn thing. Got the head coach that we needed. He went and got Khalil Mack, paid that man what he needed. Got a nice little roster. So we jumped from the bottom of the NFC North Division with Super Bowl dreams this season in just 1 year. So it's legit. We're going to go as far as Mitchell Trubisky take us. That's all I'm always saying. Just don't turn over the ball. Do what you do. Do what you've been doing for the past couple of games. I ain't expecting much. I ain't expecting you to have 300, 400 yards passing. But don't turn over the ball and use your legs to do what you do best. My X factor for the team is Tariq Cohen. He's a bad matchup for any defense. He could catch, run, do whatever. So that's my X factor. I don't think, even though everybody talk about Khalil Mack, I don't think Akeem Hicks get enough credit that he deserved. He been that dude all these years. And just now, since we winning, everybody see what he's doing. I think he going to Pro Bowl this year, right? Right. Yeah. Right.
It was hard for him to get that recognition in New England, because everybody over there good.
That's true. That's true. Right. So he deserves what he's getting right now. Like I said, everything all good. Defense, Eddie Jackson. Hopefully he come back. He's healthy because he's a difference maker too in that secondary. Yeah. With Kyle Fuller, it's all looking good. With Trevathan, Leonard, not Leonard. Floyd. Floyd, Hicks, all them. That defense gonna be coming at Nick Foles. I think Nick Foles still trying to nurse them ribs right now. He's going to be vulnerable. They're going to lock down the wide receivers. They're going to rely on that run game, and I don't think it's going to be enough. It's like you said, I think it's going to be close in the beginning, and then all hell going to break loose.
This is not to cut you off.
No problem.
I think the difference can also be they got Alshon Jeffrey over there. 6'4", almost 6'5", whatever. He's big receiver, athletic. A lot of that's gonna be a job just to scheme him, because a lot of the throws, trust me, they're gonna come high. So it's gonna be interesting how they actually defend him. I don't know if they're gonna you'll see if he'll see a lot of one-on-one coverages because he's so much taller than the defensive backs.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's
like we said, it's gonna I think it'll be close early, but come fourth quarter they'll pull away.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Bears over the Eagles. I'm gonna say 13 to 14 points.
13 to 14 points.
Yeah. I don't think the Eagles going to be able to last long. They're going to give a good fight at the beginning, but in the end, in that cold, and they playing cold weather too. But You know what? Take that back. I think it's supposed to be like 40, 50 degrees that day.
That's perfect football weather. You know,
Right.
Chicago got a home record that says 7-1.
There you go. There you go.
So it's hard to come here and win a game.
Exactly. And I think the fact that they're gonna throw the kind of defense on Nick Foles like they threw on what's the Rams quarterback? Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Got him disruptive. The reason why we beat the Rams here. That same thing is gonna happen today. So I got the Bears over the Eagles on their game. Let's move on to the last game. We got the number 5 Seattle Seahawks going up to AT&T Stadium, a.k.a. Jerry's World, to play the Dallas Cowboys, number 4. I'm going to go ahead and go first on this one. I'm impressed that the Cowboys have finished 8-8, 10-6 with Dak Prescott on. Impressive. Defense is legit. I don't care what anybody say. That defense is legit, especially the linebackers and all that. But the Seahawks, they on that little momentum. They've been lining them up, knocking them down. Made it to the playoffs. They scrapped. I think they was under 500 at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, give him time. He will pick you apart. They got that momentum going. They're going to go into AT&T. They're used to it. They've been to the Super Bowl. They've been through all this type of atmosphere. I know AT&T will be rocking. But if I have to pick head coaches, Jason Garrett, Pete Carroll, I think Pete Carroll going to put a scheme together that's going to disrupt the Dallas Cowboys. Pick quarterback Dak Prescott to Russell Wilson. I got Russell Wilson. Sometimes all you need is a quarterback and the defense to hold on to everything. And like I said last night, if the Cowboys got the lead and you give Russell Wilson a minute and a half to 2 minutes to get down the field, it's a lost cause. So all the Seattle Seahawks got to do is keep it close to the end, then do their thing. That being said, then last night, I didn't think about this, but JB made a point. All they need to do, Dallas Cowboys, is kick ass for one game. I forgot this New Orleans Saints went to Dallas, and everybody thought they was going to whoop their ass, and they ended up getting their ass whooped. So that could happen. That defense impose their will on Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense. But I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going quarterback to quarterback, coach to coach. I'm picking the Seattle Seahawks to maybe win by 3 to 6 points over the Dallas Cowboys. That's going to be good. These are going to be some good games, except for the Eagles, except for the Eagles and Bears. I'm just going to put it out there. That's going to be an ass whooping. But anyway, I got Seahawks over Dallas Cowboys. What you got, bro?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. You got the number 1 rushing team, which is the Seattle Seahawks, averaging 160 yards a game.
I don't think that running back get enough credit. He don't
get enough credit, right? Uh-huh. And going against the Dallas defense, which is not bad. They 5th in the league, and against the run. The Dak Prescott, I think he can be had. The biggest thing that happened to Dak Prescott this year was Amari Cooper. That's that they just when they got him, it was like somebody flipped the switch and they turned the whole season around. Their numbers, Russell Wilson, he got 35 touchdowns this year. Most quarterbacks with them many touchdowns got over 4,000 yards. He don't have 4,000 yards. So I don't know, where he actually getting his touchdown. Maybe they just more so red zone touchdowns because they run the ball so good or whatever. But hey, he gets it done. He gets it done, and he got 2 receivers in Lockett and what's the other guy? Landry.
No. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, he got them both back.
Right.
I can't think of the other guy's name right now. So I'm talking about Baldwin. There you go. Yeah. Them guys can go get it. And then you got to deal with, like you said, Russell taking off running himself. He's the best quarterback. He's the best passing quarterback on the run. And we've seen Mahomes do it or whatever. He don't do it like Russell Wilson. He he gets it done. Like he's standing still, but he move and throw it.
Right.
So Dallas does have the momentum. Seattle, like I said, they picked themselves up from the ground, whatever, and kept it moving. They never gave up on themselves or whatever. It's gonna be crazy. Dallas, I think it's gonna come down to Dallas defense. If they can figure out Seattle, man, Dallas is gonna win this game. I don't think they will. I don't think they will this week. I think Seattle's it's gonna be a close game, like you said, field goal game. But I think Seattle will pull it out.
Okay, cool. Those are picks for the wild card weekend. Tell us what you think. Put it down in the comments. Before we close shop, you got anything else to say, bruh?
It's good. You know what? I think this is gonna be one of the better NFL playoff seasons. We've seen in a minute. So 'cause I don't know. I know who I want to win, but I don't know who the hell gonna win.
Right. I
agree.
agree.
In the past, it was easy to put New England and somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's not even a guarantee.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you don't know. We don't know anything until the dust up. That's how this whole season went this year. You know what I'm saying? You've been kicking ass in the league and everything, but from day one all the way to now, we gotta wait till the dust settles to see how everything turned up. I got one thing left to say. Hey, Cody Parkey, kicker for the Chicago Bears, bruh. I'm just saying this. You've been missing a lot of field goals lately, and we really didn't need them. But we in the playoffs. You're supposed to hone in on your skills and get this stuff situated because we're going to need them field goals to march on through to the Super Bowl. So,
yeah,
Cody, it's, people always say at the end of the season, I think even last week when he missed that one extra point, who did we play last week? Vikings.
Minnesota.
We need to get rid of him. Man, listen, we at the end of the season, we going into the playoffs. Ain't no like you just got through saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We gonna find a way to get around it. But Cody Parkey,
get it, score touchdowns. You ain't got to worry about field goals.
Damn. Oh, and a defense. You've been scoring. You got 100 points off of defense. Keep on doing what you're doing, so we ain't gotta rely on that fool.
Right.
All I gotta say. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Let's go ahead and close shop, bro. All right, we want to the crew here at Get With It Sports want to thank you for watching the 2 Cent Deposit on Sports. Like I said before, while you are here, go ahead and click on the subscribe button so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here on our Get With It Sports 2 YouTube channel. You can find us on Twitter, me at Get With It Sports, my partner in crime here, Brandon at LEB412. Read our posts on our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram at Get With It Sports, and email us if you need to get in contact with us at getwithitsports2, that's the number 2, at gmail.com. Once again, I'm your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. And as always, be good, be safe, get with it. Peace.